What is up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I am back with my new review of the Belle Collective. This is the reunion part one. And first of all, Happy New Year, everybody. We are now in 2025. Let's get into it. So Carlos isn't doing his usual check-ins with the ladies. He has his executive producer doing the check-ins. And I'm already annoyed with Letitia and Latrice being so damn fake. Talking about how Akeisha's been fake. I didn't know what I saw in her. She's not who I thought she was. It's all bullshit. I love the set. The set was giving grand. It was giving floral. I love the backdrop. Obviously, the budget was budgeting as far as for the set of Belle Collective. And Carlos in his salmon pink suit. And he's introducing all of the ladies. I don't know what the color scheme was for this reunion because majority of the ladies wore an even amount of blue and gold. So let's start with Letitia. Beautiful color. I wish you would have gotten into a bigger size. I hated the choker aspect of it. I feel like it shrunk you, and you keep on stuffing yourself into these outfits that doesn't complement your shape, but you keep on having a hard time finding. You need to find clothes that fit, Letitia. And I don't know about your blonde bob. I mean, it was an asymmetrical bob. I love that type of style, but I don't know. Maybe it was too bright. Maybe if it had darker roots, it was a bit longer, or maybe it was a whole different color. I don't know. It just didn't sit with me. Moving on, we got Latrice. Latrice looks amazing. Okay, body, everything. Okay, she had a gold lace dress. It highlighted her curves. It highlighted her breasts. I liked her bob. Maybe it was a bit fuller because the back was getting stiff. But other than that, Latrice looks beautiful. Her makeup looked beautiful. We got Selena. I love Selena's gown, especially when I saw it standing up on her Instagram. It was very form-fitting. It gave me Cinderella with the puff sleeves, the powder blue color, and her bob was fuller. That's the type of bob I was thinking about for Letitia. You can see the scalp. You can see the part. It was giving everything. Okay, love the color, love the curl. Beautiful. Okay, Gucci, same thing. She wore a blue number, blue sequin bedazzled number. It had like a little wave going across her chest. And of course, her skin was glowing, okay? And Gucci didn't need a lot. Like, her makeup was very nice and subtle with a blue eyeliner, and she had blue heels on. Gorgeous, beautiful. I loved her hair. She had a high ponytail, two parts curled. Gorgeous, okay? Akeisha, same thing. She wore another blue number, different style. It had a bedazzled sequin dress element, had a slit, side part. She had this beautiful blonde hairstyle with curls attached. Makeup, gorgeous, okay? Just a hint of blue, a bit of smoke. Very, very beautiful, okay? I love the way they matched the heel with the dress. And then we get Tambra. Tambra, very simple. I mean, Akeisha's dress was simple, but it was elegant. You was giving simple. It's giving prom. I don't know, because I didn't like that arch that you had going across your chest. I loved your train, but I didn't like that it was a short dress. I thought it would be a bit longer, but it wasn't. Your hair, too much hair. Too much hair. And your foundation was giving Casper Friendly Ghost, okay? Girl, Tambra, I know you are a woman of a lighter skin tone, but your makeup artist gave you a light foundation that did not work for you. And lastly, we got Marie Monroe. Marie looked good. Okay, fabulous all the way, head to toe. Finger waves was finger waving. I love the way the dress complemented her curve. I love that dramatic strap she had for the dress. I love the lace. I love it all. It was just beautiful. Makeup, beautiful. Marie wears her finger waves proudly, and I love that she wears her natural hair, especially in that finger wave style. Whoever do it, keep it up, okay? So that's all that I got for the looks. All right, now let's give a rundown what occurred throughout this season. Of course, we start at the beginning with Akeisha doing the collective correction, wanting everybody to move forward. And then we see the package of everybody else chiming in, doing what they do for their storylines. And then we end up with Willie, Glenn, and Cliff getting into their fights. So Carlos asked Akeisha, what was her intentions of bringing all the ladies together? What was your motive? She was like, well, we ain't spoke to one another, so all I wanted to do was figure out how we can move forward, how we can talk about our issues and bring everybody together, okay? Because nobody has spoken to one another. So that led to Carlos asking Letitia, how did you feel with Akeisha sending you a message about, hey, we need to come together, we need to see about how we can move forward? Letitia want to say that it felt like it was inauthentic of Akeisha. It didn't seem real because She has her number as much as Letitia has her number, and she hasn't spoken to her in 7 months. So she was like, okay, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to see how it is. And I'm like, first of all, Letitia, you can't say that it was inauthentic and not real from Akeisha asking everybody to come together and talk about your issues when you said that first episode how you haven't spoken to anybody in 7 months. You've only been spoken to Marie. You ain't really spoke to Akeisha. You ain't really spoke to Tambra. You ain't really spoke to Gucci. So you were not in a good place with anybody. It took Akeisha, who had no issues with nobody and was able to say, hey, I want to bring everybody together. I want to talk about our issues. Bitch, fuck you, Letitia. Talk about how people are inauthentic. Girl, Letitia, you weren't going to even figure out a way to bring everybody together because you were the one who had the majority of the issues with everybody, especially the way you wanted to fight Latrice at the reunion last season. Bitch, fuck out of here. I ain't got time. Like, Letitia thinks she has the ability to call out other people based off the things that she did. And then she want to say, but Akeisha, you were the reason that me and Latrice got back together. And Akeisha said, yeah, I know why. I'm very happy you guys got back together because you guys need to come together and come against me. She's like, what are you talking about? You are nobody to come against. Oh, but she is a Latrice because at the end of the episode, you and Letitia pretty much trying to come up with a plan to ice her out. So obviously she is somebody that you want to ice out. And I don't know why. If you don't care who she is, if you don't care what she's about, why y'all so concerned? So yeah. And you all know, Latrice, you really don't have a problem with Akeisha, but you know Letitia does. And you want to follow behind Letitia's issues, just like she wanted you to follow behind hers in regards to having a problem. So you can fucking miss me, okay? Miss me, miss me, miss me. And Akeisha told Latrice, it really hurts my feelings that you allow somebody else to manipulate you. Here go Letitia. Manipulate? What's it mean? Letitia did that every single time somebody called her out for her behavior. She wanted to repeat it and laugh it off and have like a bigger dramatic reaction as if what's been said is out of pocket. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't align, but it actually does, okay? Because you will be manipulated by Letitia. Hell, you've been manipulated by Letitia before. Letitia's only being good with you because of Akeisha. We all know, Latrice, you were barely talking to Letitia when this season came about. You were barely thinking about moving forward. And you don't even trust her. But because you guys have a common enemy, and that's Akeisha, you're willing to overlook the issues you already have with her for the sake of moving Akeisha out. But you don't need to do any of that. Akeisha's gone. She ain't coming back. Y'all got to pretty much figure out a way to handle y'all issues with other people, meaning your husbands. Fuck out of here. And Latrice said, it really hurts my feelings because you did some hood rat shit. What hood rat shit did she do? You mean the hood rat shit your husband did? Because that's who engaged in hood rat behavior. And I'm very happy that Akeisha was holding her own and said, see, this is the thing. Y'all can't go against me one-on-one. Y'all got a tag team to come against me. Y'all can't handle what I got. Y'all hating on what I got. Because, Letitia, you know for a fact you can't do anything without Latrice because you need Latrice. Which is why you wanted to move hell or high water to make sure you was in a good place with Latrice. And Letitia want to be like, why are you on the defense? We just having a conversation. Bitch, fuck you. Letitia, you have been intimidated by Akeisha's presence ever since she's been on this show. Because she's been doing exactly what she said she would. She wanted to help you revitalize Fair Street. She had her own plan of bringing more entrepreneurship, more African-American business onto Fair Street. And she's done that. She's bringing her own business to Fair Street. She got a building. Bitch, you didn't do any of that. Ever since she called your place dirty, your cold waffles, your uncooked eggs, everything in between. Bitch, fuck out of here. I told y'all, Letitia felt the way about how Akeisha can bring everybody together and call out what needs to be said. And Letitia, you don't got that power. And you're mad. Miss me. Yeah, Carlos called out Latrice by saying, y'all didn't have an issue. So what happened? Latrice didn't want to say what happened, but she said she knows what Akeisha did because Akeisha is fake. She doesn't inspire. She's not about sisterhood. She's like, first of all, you want to call me fake? I am the only one who comes on here with no makeup. I am the only one who comes here wearing my natural hair. That's the realest thing about me. And I feel like that's the truth. Akeisha has a natural beauty with her natural freckles, with her natural hair. And she do come on set very natural, no makeup, no nothing. She is very down-to-earth, humble person. Now, when we see her in the confessional, she's all dolled up, but none of y'all have never come on camera without makeup, without a wig, without anything. And I do think that it is confident to know that you feel comfortable in your own skin and your own hair to have it be presented and shown. Yeah, y'all don't have that. Now they want to say, what about your heart? Is it real, bitch? What about your heart, Letitia? Because you don't have a heart. It is black and it's a dark hole, okay? Last season, you called Latrice an insecure bitch. You wanted to fight her. You got involved in Tambra's life. You wanted to know what was going on. You took the words of a fucking stranger, then Tambra. Bitch, get the hell out of here, Letitia. You don't present yourself to be about sisterhood and unity because you're not happy in your life. You're a two-faced ass bitch. Moving on. So Carlos asked Gucci, you and Akeisha are close. Do you understand what these ladies are saying about Akeisha? She believes that maybe Akeisha's delivery is a bit misunderstood, but she don't have a problem with the way Akeisha talks and expresses things because it doesn't affect her. She has not experienced what they've experienced about Akeisha. And Akeisha said, you know why? Because you're not intimidated by my confidence. People who are concerned about my confidence, concerned about how I say things, is a problem that they have within themselves. And it is the truth. Now, Carlos, you want to tell Akeisha, you can't say they're intimidated by your confidence. Yes, the fuck she can. Because if I am who I say I am, and I walk up with my head held high, and I say how I feel, and I mean what I say, and these bitches can't handle it, these bitches want to get offended, that's on them and not me. Miss me when she says she can't say her confidence is why they're intimidated. They are definitely intimidated. You can fucking miss me. Anyway, and this is a part of why it never was explained how y'all think that Akeisha acts better than everybody. She don't do that. Akeisha is very humble. She's transparent. She's honest. But Letitia definitely felt some type of way because Akeisha came on the show with a very happy marriage and a very happy family. She didn't have a problem with any of the things that her and Willie were going through, other than the distance because they both were bi-coastal, especially Willie, but they never allowed that to mess up their relationship. Okay. Latrice said she ain't got nothing to hate on, girl. I can't tell. That's what you said in the last episode. It's all about jealousy and hatred. Bitch, ain't nobody hating on you. You think they want to be married to a man who constantly talks down on them? You think they want to be married to a man who doesn't value the success you provide, the value, your opinions, your independence? You think people are jealous of that? While you have a successful business, what you have in your personal life, don't nobody want to be dealing with that? So you can fucking miss me. What happened? So dealing with that, I ain't got time. So when it ended off with Carlos asking Akeisha, did you feel some type of way about Latrice and Latrice saying you don't belong in the collective? How that make you feel? I didn't feel no ways. Shout out to Omarion. That's what they like to do. They like to lie, conspire, manipulate. And here they're like, oh my God, what are you talking about? We don't, girl, Letitia, you still need to hold yourself accountable and admit that you and Glenn were trying to set Willie up for a woman to reach into his DMs because you, Letitia, and you, Glenn, wanted another person's marriage to be put out on Front Street because y'all got tired of y'all's relationship being dissected and spoke about. Fuck out of here. Anyway, going to Marie, we get to her package, her going through family issues, ending with a baptism for a rebirth, talking about how hard it was to hear her cousins feel as if she don't make time for them. She thought she made time, but then it turns out it's the money. And she believes that her family is entitled to her money because if she doesn't give them money, they make ways of not wanting to be around her. They make ways of not wanting to fool with her because she didn't give them any money. And I would be bothered by that too. Like, are you talking about my presence that you really miss me? Or are you talking about the money that I provide for y'all? And if I don't give it to y'all, y'all look at me differently. I mean, if you look at the season, Marie has employed majority of her family members so they can be self-sufficient, so they can be in a better financial standpoint. But if they're being greedy about it, that's on them. And Marie said I had to figure out how to not always lead with my heart and go with my mind, because family will take advantage of your kindness. Family will take advantage of how giving you are and not think of it as, oh, they're taking advantage of you. They just figure you're family. You're supposed to look out for your family. Not everybody is meant to go with you whenever you make it in life, when you become a success. Not everybody's meant to go with you. I am happy that Marie is expressing that she needs to show up more, but she do need to implement boundaries as far as what her cousins expect from her. But I also want Marie to be mindful of not always bragging to her family about how she's well off, how she is in a better financial standpoint than her family. That's all I'm gonna say. Carlos announces that all of these ladies that are sitting on this couch are successful. Then you got Gucci coughing as if she needs to cough, but is looking as if she wants to be unnecessarily shady to Selena. And it's like, Gucci, please grow up. All right. Now, the update on Marie and the investigation she looked into about who shot up her home, nobody has heard anything. There's been no follow-up, no updates, no nothing. And I said in my review, Marie, I do believe that it's somebody from your mother's past, but I also feel like it's your children, your adult sons, and the two sons that I didn't even know you had or don't remember you ever talking about. They are involved in sketchy things, okay? So continuing on with Marie, Carlos brings up how social media believes that Marie has had surgeries. And Latrice talked about her nose job, which everybody else have had said. And he asked all of the ladies, have any of them had any surgeries? Tambra said no. I think Celine said she might have gotten something done, but didn't explain it. Latrice has had her breasts done. Letitia had a whole 360 lipo BBL situation, okay? Stomach, lipo. She wanted them to do a little bit of the butt, but not do enough. And it's like, whoever did a horrible job on you. Because you are still not the size you wish to be when you decide to pay for those surgeries. You need to stop wearing clothes that do not complement your shape. Stop stuffing yourself in clothes that do not look flattering. And stop frying pork chops and fried chicken and okra, Letitia. Swear to God, women, don't assume when you go under the knife, you're going to wake up with a body you're going to always wish you had, but then don't believe you actually have to work to keep it. You actually have to work out if you want to keep the BBL. You got to work out if you want to keep the flat stomach. You can't keep on eating the food that you eating and not doing anything to keep the shape, because then you wasted your money for nothing. Man, I can't take it. I cannot. Akeisha, natural. Marie, she said that as far as her surgeries, she had to do with a lot of inflammation. So her body fluctuates up and down with the weight, and she lost a lot of weight in her face. So I think that her face probably wasn't fitting the rest of her body. It probably wasn't looking good. So she had pretty much reconstructive surgery to fix her face. It was a medical reasoning for her to get her face done. No, it was an elective surgery that you want to hit your nose pinch, get your lips done, get your new teeth, get a bit of Botox. Your ass, I don't know. She said, if I take my clothes off, you're going to see this is a real ass. And it was even asked of Latrice, would she want to see Marie naked? She said she would, and she knows she would. I don't know, Marie. You know what? Hey, butts are formed in all different shapes and sizes, even without surgery. Sometimes the way that they look when it comes to matching the hips, the thighs, the legs, it looks unnatural. But that maybe that's how your body is shaped. Who knows, right? Gucci is also very natural, we know. We're now talking about Selena being introduced as the new Belle. And how does she feel about being a new Belle? She said, it feels amazing. I'm here with my girls, Latrice, Tambra, and Letitia, Gucci, no. And of course, Marie, and I don't know about Akeisha. I'm not really cool with you. And at first I'm like, what's wrong, Selena? Why you not friends with Akeisha? And then I had to think. She has formed a very close friendship with Gucci, even though Selena has a longer history with Akeisha. I just think that it's a conflict, and maybe Selena is not really trusting whether or not Akeisha can be neutral when it comes to being friends with both of them. I can't say she's not wrong. It just sucks, but Akeisha don't care. And Gucci was throwing jabs at Selena ever since it got started, okay? Talking about she's been her storyline ever since she's been on here. Baby, it's back on you, because Selena's been your storyline since you've been on this show, and said, I'm the reason why you're here, okay? Don't play with me, okay? Gucci was like, what you mean you're the reason why I'm here? Because Selena was offered the opportunity of being a Belle first, but she wasn't ready. So when Latrice was, I guess, opening the door to bringing somebody else along, Selena said, go suggest JJ and Gucci, because I'm looking out for my ex-husband. So when I give my ex-husband the opportunity, it will be an automatic. I'm giving Gucci the opportunity. Gucci being antagonistic, trying to get a rise out of Selena, asking, well, what do you mean? Why wasn't you ready at the time? And Selena said, because I lost my motherfucking son, bitch, don't play with me. Like, the way that Gucci was just digging and digging and digging and poking and poking and poking. So getting that answer out of what Gucci said, making it seem as if Selena wouldn't admit why she wasn't ready. And everybody knows Selena lost her son. Selena has dealt with a lot of other personal issues that she was not ready to come on this show. But don't, Gucci, please don't. Do not make it seem as if you were the automatic choice when you weren't. No doubt JJ wanted to be back on reality TV because he missed that opportunity. He missed the attention he got. So hell yeah. And Selena wasn't being spiteful. She wasn't being angry. That she just handed the opportunity to y'all. And what did y'all do? Make it about her. Spread a false narrative about her. That's what y'all decide to do. Okay? And I'm going to say this right now. All of the things that Gucci has done on this reunion is the reason why she decided to come on and admit on social media that she will not be returning for season 6. Because she knew her actions that she displayed on this reunion will not be accepted for her coming back. People would have called her out for every single thing she said at that reunion and then some. And she would not have been able to handle it. So now she wants to take the opportunity to really fix her relationship with her daughter. Okay. I didn't like the fact that Gucci went that low to dismiss that Selena has been hurt and Selena was not ready to come on this show. Because listen, signing up for a reality show is a risk that you're willing to put your whole family out there, your whole history, your whole secrets out there. And it's hopeful that nobody will ever make you feel bad about your decision. But sometimes you have to think about what choices you're making when you decide to become on reality TV. And I feel like Gucci, you can't make it seem as if Selena doesn't have a reason to be upset at you. You were about to be the mother of a deceased child. You were. Because your daughter was about to let it all go when she wanted to jump on that bridge. So Gucci, play like you want to be an idiot. Play like you don't know what you're doing. Play like you're not hurting another woman in her pain. Play all day. Play all day if you want to. Seeing the way you act this reunion pissed me the fuck off. And it's the exact reason why your ass ain't coming back. Because you know for a fact going low to get that rise out of Selena was not fucking necessary. Wondering why did she recommended JJ? Because she thought she had a good relationship with him at the time. That's all she ever wanted, was to make sure that the father of her children would be in a good place with her. That's why. So when I expressed that you guys would be a good fit, I wanted Latrice to put in a good word. And Tambra even came back and co-signed and said she's never spoken bad about you at all. Never. So the fact that the fact that what's her name, Gucci just has this defense that Selena's been talking cash shit about her, as if Shane's been talking cash shit about her too, and Selena hasn't just been responding to it. Now Gucci wants to call Latrice a liar because Latrice did think about adding Selena on, because she knows Selena the longest. She has a history with her. And at the time, she remembered her and JJ being separated. But Selena wasn't ready, so she turned around and said, put in a good word for them. I don't know why Gucci won't believe it. Gucci, who would have brought you on if it wasn't for Latrice getting the go-ahead from Selena? Who would have brought you on? Who would have thought about bringing you on? Nobody knew who you were when you was on Bring It. Barely knew JJ. Like, it's really given y'all really wanted this opportunity to have y'all moment to shine and be recognized, because y'all wasn't recognized enough on Bring It. That's what I got, okay? And I love when Selena said, because I'm not a hater like you or him, that's why. Because it's just bullshit, really, really bullshit. And we're going back to what's said before, how y'all have been in multiple places. Y'all have been in multiple events. Latrice's event, Tambra has hosted events, and y'all have never had a problem. Y'all sat next to one another. There've never been any issue. So why all of a sudden you come on this show? It's a problem. Y'all can't be in the same room. There was never an issue in the beginning. It's because JJ felt the way about Selena coming on the show, and you felt the way about her coming on the show, because y'all wanted this time for y'all moment to shine. We already heard you from last season, Gucci, how you felt like nobody recognized you, nobody really noticed who you were, nobody talked about you being an important part of the girl's life. Bitch, it wasn't about you. It was about the children. And Selena was very present in her girl's life and still is. Like, you can fucking miss me. And Selena said throughout the years of them being divorced, she's always tried to be cordial with the father of her children. Everything she's done has been for her children. And now Throughout everything, all the years they have been on a good note, it's all gone down the drain. Now they don't have a relationship because of JJ. JJ wanted to paint a negative narrative about Selena. Gucci went along with it. And he has not let go of Selena not taking him back when they were separated, when they were on Bring It. Thought that there would be the opportunity and they can move forward and mend their issues and be back together. JJ has been salty ever since that Selena never took his ass back, and also discovering that she messed around with Cliff. But I do believe that it was out of finding out you were cheating on her. And then you being on a reality show, finding out that a man that you are at that time forming a relationship with has been with your ex-wife. But why would you care about that? Why would that be you feeling so tight-lipped about it? Why would you care? And that's exactly how JJ felt this past season. He definitely still carries that anger and resentment that Cliff has had Selena. But now looking at the fact is because of what you did that Cliff had Selena. Like it was get back. But you're still holding an issue towards Cliff for what exactly? Don't make sense. And Gucci, she's always saying, you know, the issues are between her and JJ, but you're still putting yourself in it. Leave yourself out of it. Stop getting involved. If you want them to move forward, stop adding your 2 cents in. Stop coming in thinking that you're doing something where you're not. You're making it worse. Stay out of it. Don't add your issues in it. Like, it annoyed me seeing such venom from Gucci to go after Selena the way that she did, because she wants to showcase to JJ how she could be 10 toes down for him. She wants to show up that she could be the better wife to him than Selena was. But it's like, girl, you've been with this man for over 10 years. Why do you still need to show up in this manner? Why do you feel the need you need to act in ways and defend him when he doesn't need defending? This is on him. He's creating the problem. Why are you trying to speak for him? Why are you trying to be his mouthpiece? Why are you trying to be all about, well, my husband feels this and I don't want my husband to feel like this? Like, bitch, get out of here with that. It's given you really didn't want to do any of this, but JJ expected for you to act a certain way because he wants you to pretty much beg and plead to be grateful that you got a man like him. Man, JJ and his thin ass hair can go away from me with his hair. So now we get about the twins. The twins have begun rebuilding their relationship with their father, slowly but surely. Sanjay, she ain't trying. She ain't doing nothing with it. She's just done. Now, when it came down to the girls having an issue with JJ, it's always been the girls reaching out to him. The girls figuring out a way to fix it. JJ ain't never tried, not once, to mend the relationship with his daughters. And that is crazy as hell. You got your own children acting more mature than you, being an adult about it, and coming in. No. Them your kids. You need to make sure that you're fixing the issues. It is not up to the kids to fix the problem. It's up for the parents to fix the problem. Now, when it comes to, has Selena ever spoken ill will about JJ? She said, I never did in the beginning. Before, now I do. Especially when there are things that her daughters bring to her and she brings light to the situation. She's not sugarcoating shit no more. She's going to be truthful. She's going to be honest. The kids are grown. So I'm not focusing on keeping a perfect image of their father to them. While the kids already have their own perception about their damn father because they've already seen it. The girls have already seen the way their father has acted, how their father have displayed actions that they just cannot understand how it got to this point. Seeing the way he goes up for Gucci and her bullshit, and is shocked why they don't want to be around her. Shocked why they don't want to form a relationship with her. That's why. So from painting a horrible negative about Selena being an ancient mom, Sanjay broke it down on Twitter. That basically, you know, it wasn't cool with the way Gucci was talking about Selena. That's been said before to stop doing. Still kept doing it. JJ never once did anything about it. So it is what it is from there. Now we get to Selena, her new man. She's very happy with her new man. And she said, "What?" I think Carlos asked her, what makes her new man different than JJ? He's not a compulsive liar. He's not a cheater. He's a gentleman. We all know. After the season before, when they wanted to paint Selena out to be a horrible mother, that she was never around, she was never there, Selena had her 2-part series on her YouTube channel explaining the dynamics in her marriage with JJ. And I believe she spoke of him being controlling. I think she spoke of him being a liar. She spoke of him being a cheater. She did a whole lot. And I do think that JJ caught wind of it and decided to project his issues and not want to be around her. The song that Glenn was doing, last season of trying to get Letitia back, you wish you had this song to win Selena back. And it didn't make any sense to me. Why would you want to go back to a time where you were separated from Selena when you were currently married to Gucci? Why are you worried about what happened back then and what could have saved it? More and more, JJ is giving me, he still holds resentment, guilt, pain, and anger that Selena never took his ass back. That's what it gave to me. Now, when it came down to expressing her new man, you got Gucci saying under her breath, drugs and thugs. Why are you trying to make it seem as if she's dating a street pharmacist, Gucci? What are you trying to do? Trying to make it seem as if Selena can't have a good man because you want to make it seem as if you got the best man ever and you want to throw it in her face that you will never get this man again, honey. You lost your chance. I got him now. Bitch, Mike is probably way better than JJ. Hell, he's finer than JJ in my opinion. Like, you are doing the most to present JJ as the best thing since sliced bread, giving so much pick me. Okay? He has a job. He owns his 24-hour roadside service. That's cool. He used to drive trucks, but he sold his truck to start his own business. So he is a man's man, okay? She's thinking about getting married next year. And as far as who will be at the wedding, Latricia, Tambra, Letitia, Marie, of course not Gucci. Akeisha is a bit on the bit of a but did Akeisha care? No, she didn't. So then we get to Gucci. We discuss her package about how her daughter told her she didn't get enough support from her. How you put all your support and energy on JJ and you lost it. She had Gucci paid more attention to her instead of focusing on JJ. She wouldn't have been on that bridge had she had support. Gucci's mental health care fair, which she should still keep up with because mental health is an important conversation we need to have, especially in the year 2025. She should bring that up more. But it was also a deleted scene of Gucci spending quality time with her children, and her son pretty much tells her he forgives her for her actions and not being there when she needed to be there. But I wish they would have shown it on the show of seeing Gucci take the time to try to be there, but maybe it wasn't real. Maybe it wasn't genuine, or maybe they did that on purpose. I don't know, because of the way Gucci's behavior is acting in this episode. Who knows, right? So from Gucci, having the experience of her daughter almost reaching that point of ending her life, we get to Marie, who actually tried to end her life. And what advice can Marie give to Gucci? Tell your daughter you're listening. Listen to how certain things makes her feel. Let her know she's not alone, and it's okay not to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Let her have that space. Gucci says that her daughter is back in therapy, but I do want Gucci to not always think that D talking to somebody is going to fix the problem. Gucci needs to also show up more and be present with her daughter. She needs to listen to her daughter. That's has been the main problem. Her daughter has expressed to you more ways than one in the last couple of seasons that you were not there for her when she needed you there. You were so focused on JJ. You were so focused on being the perfect wife for him. You neglected your own children, which you did, and you admitted it. But then she said something about, she never thought her child would need her, especially as she got older and she becomes an adult. She thought she might not need her as much anymore. Are you serious right now? You will always need your parents. I'm going to always need my mother in my life, and I'm 31 years old, and I still want my mom around me every time. I still ask her for help. Like, that's the problem for me. You weren't there when you needed to be there. You ignored all of her struggles pretty much throughout her time being a child to being a teenager. Now you're trying to come in when she's an adult, where she's dealing with a lot. She dealt with postpartum depression from having her first child, dealing with issues, dealing with her baby daddy, and also coming from your issues. Like everything, Gucci, it's you not being there. Everything that D has been dealing with is because of you not being there. When it came to realizing that Gucci was not there, she ignored it. Okay, like, it's just crazy. Like, there should never be no excuse why you were never there for your baby. Never. And for JJ being a father himself, he should have understood how you needed to be there for D. But you didn't want to figure out how to be a mother to D. You wanted to figure out how to be a wife to JJ. Was this your first time ever becoming a wife, Gucci, that you want to still keep up? I'm sorry. I'm a wife. And I want my husband. And I love my husband. And I want us to have a long-lasting marriage. But we have children as well. And I will never sacrifice my children for the sake of me keeping my husband. And that's exactly what Gucci did. She sacrificed her daughter for the sake of getting a husband. Considering the lack of parent you were doing, you felt like you needed to show Selena grace. Hell yeah, because she was way more of a mother than you were. You want to throw jabs and say she might still want to smoke with me because I don't want to smoke with her. Selena said, I can't tell about the way you coming at me. You've been charging at me since the reunion started. And you did. And I don't understand why. I keep on going back to you doing all of this to impress JJ. And this is where everybody calls you out about how when you're in front of everybody, you express how you don't want to be in this space anymore. You want to move forward. But then you get to JJ, you switch up as if you ain't had this conversation. You ain't told him how this makes you feel. You never did it. This is why. And it's always everybody else's fault. Gucci never takes accountability as she's the reason why the division is what's happening in her family. Her and JJ are the cause. They are the reason. Selena is not the reason why you guys are not as close as you used to be. It's because of JJ. And it's amazing, amazing that Carlos can see how everything transpired, how everything has been created, and is due to one person, that's JJ. Wondering, why did JJ prevent you guys from one meeting and forming any kind of relationship? Because that's what Gucci said in the season. When her and JJ met, she wasn't formally introduced to Selena as she should have been. They weren't focused on that. They weren't focused on providing a proper introduction of being a blended family. They were just so focused on their relationship. She was so focused on trying to be the perfect wife, the perfect woman for JJ, so that he can forget about how Selena has hurt him based on the narrative that he probably painted about Selena, to push for Gucci to be even more of a better woman than Selena, right? And the fact that if he was to ever introduce Selena after what he told her about Selena, Gucci would have been too far gone to believe anything that Selena might have told her about JJ. She would have just believed JJ because that's the man, that she willing to believe what a man tells her. And how she said Selena should have been more concerned about who was around her children. She should have initiated the conversation. No, JJ should have initiated the conversation between you and Selena, because you were the one that he wanted to be with. And since he wanted to be serious with you, he needed to form that introduction. It was on him. Anytime that it's been revealed that JJ needed to step up and do something, Gucci always has an excuse to say, oh, it should have been Selena. She should have been the one to do this, not JJ. JJ's a grown-ass man. JJ carries the same exact responsibility of forming a proper relationship with you just as much as she did. Like, don't have time. And Gucci definitely felt the way about Selena coming on the show. For her to say that she's beneath her, I don't care, because Carlos asked her, how did you feel about Selena coming on? It's all cap and bullshit. And I'm so happy that Tamara spoke a lot in this segment by saying, girl, I heard you say she is coming on my platform. Why is she coming on to my shit? She needs to go back and watch old episodes of Bring It. She needs to come on my shit. And she wanted her time to shine because she didn't get that time on Bring It. So this was her time. And say she's beneath you, Latrice, this is what you call somebody believing that they're better than anybody. This is what you call that. For her to say Selena's beneath her, in what way? You trying to say you got the prize because you got JJ and his little braids? Bitch, bye. Selena is a woman of her own success in her own right. She has her fiance. She's good. She's happy. She's not trying to compete with y'all. Y'all wish she was competing with y'all, but she's not. Like, it's just crazy as hell to me. Crazy as hell to me. And then she said, I mean, I guess she can be here. She probably needs a check. Bitch, what the fuck you think everybody else is here for? Everybody else is here for a check. It's 2025. It's not a read for anybody to embarrass someone wanting to be on a reality show for a check as if y'all don't want this damn check. We already got people in Love and Hip Hop who have stayed way longer than they needed to because of a damn check. Folks don't want to work regular jobs anymore. Bitch, fuck out of here. That is not a read for me in 2025. Good night. Bitch, please. How we not on the same level? My shoes cost more than your house. Like, doing all of that is unfucking necessary. Gucci, what was your storyline this season other than your children and you having a problem with Selena? You ain't closed the house. You tried to do a couple of fitness workout routines, workout boot camps that didn't really, do much. But it's giving bother. But I do think that she don't want to do any of this. Hell, he probably makes it hard for her to do anything. I mean, didn't Gucci say when she had her little workout session with her friend, that she doesn't really cry in front of JJ because JJ is a jokester. JJ never really takes her feelings some type of way seriously. Like, he can't tell if she's being serious when she's feeling down, when she's being emotional, so she doesn't really cry in front of JJ, which is like, you can't even cry in front of your own husband and hoping that he will be supportive and comfort you because you believe he won't be as comforting, he won't be as emotionally supportive. Oh, that's sad. Sad, 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 sad. But Carlos noticed that you appear to want to move forward. And then we get to the conversation y'all had in New Orleans where it was a genuine moment. But then you expressed how you had a genuine moment with Selena, and JJ got mad at you. He scolded you. He said, what you need to be cool with her for? I don't want my ex-wife and my new wife being cool. I don't want that. Why would you not want that? For Carlos to call it out that JJ is a common denominator was crazy as hell. But yet he can't look as if this is what Martell's been doing. It's just, it's astonishing to me. You can call out everything clear as day that JJ do not want you to be in a good space with his ex-wife because he feels some type of way about their relationship not mending, not getting back cool, not getting back together. It's crazy as hell that he don't want it. And Tambra said, based on the dynamics, I do believe he be in your ear, girl. And I feel like if y'all was to come together and form some type of relationship, y'all might compare notes. Selena might, you know, put Gucci up on game about what she dealt with and what Gucci might need to watch out for. It's a possibility. Now, Gucci was going back and forth with admitting but not admitting that JJ didn't want her to be around Selena. He didn't want her to move forward. He didn't want her to have a conversation. It's like, damn, why? This man who you fell in love with, got married to, told you he didn't want you to have a relationship with his ex-wife. It's been over 10 years, and this man still don't want you to be in a proper space with her. Why? Why? It's crazy. It's like, let me give you some advice. You can love your man. You can be with him. You can hold him down. But don't be down with him in this space. Let him stay in his fit. Let him stay in his stupor of being angry and petty. But let him know, I'm not going to go down this road with you. I love you. I'm going to always want to be here for you. I'm going to always want to be there for you. But I'm not about to deal with this shit because this shit is affecting your children. You need to get it together. Put him in his place. And I do think that Selena can confide in Gucci about the times that he was controlling. Hell, I do think that Gucci feels like he does control her at times. He does manipulate her. He does make things hard for her. But she's not going to admit it. Because she wants to keep the marriage. She's not going to confide in what affects her and how he treats her. For me, Gucci is just trained to just shift the blame and not call out JJ. She's just so used to it. He always has a reason to justify his actions. She's always there to say it's not what it is. It's up to her. Because it's already given. The things that he's already told Gucci about from his perspective of what happened in their marriage. Definite possibility. He left some things out. Left out the part he played. Left out this the reason why she left. It took for Selena to reveal her truth on her YouTube. Now, Carlos wants to have a small segment of recognizing mental health to also discuss how Gucci feels with her daughter, telling her how it's been hard for her to navigate through this time, and how the talk of mental health is not talked about enough. We get the stereotypical statements of families, especially African American families, believing that going to therapy means you crazy. You need to pray to God and go to bed and not talk about it, leave it in the house, and we need to leave that out. There should be no excuse as to why you can't express how certain things have made you feel because you're not crazy into thinking that something is wrong with you. Something doesn't feel right. Okay? And not address things is not good. Tambra definitely went through postpartum after having her daughter. And when you think about Tambra, did not have much of a storyline this season. Other than her trying to fix her issues with Letitia and Marie. We got a small moment between her and Damon with her and her expressing that being a first-time mother, she is not fully open with showcasing her child in front of everybody. She wants to keep her daughter as close to her as possible, which she has every right to do. And apparently, Tamra woke up in the ICU after having her daughter. She was on a ventilator. She couldn't speak. And she was separated from her daughter for days. So once she was out of the hospital, she just wanted to make up for the time she lost by being separated from her in the hospital, which I can understand. Hence why she's such a helicopter. And while she was going through postpartum, nobody really checked in on her. Nobody spoke up and wanted to know how was she doing, because everybody was so concerned about the baby. Everybody was excited about seeing the baby. She calls out Letitia for knowing they were in a good place at that time. They were mending, but their issues were never really addressed. It just kept getting swept under the rug. But she noticed how Letitia fought for her and Latrice to be back good. She wished that Letitia would have fought to still check in on her, even though they were in a good place. Letitia said, but you just unblocked me. Letitia, you have a hard time holding yourself accountable. But I feel like, Tamra, why would you expect so much out of Letitia? She doesn't show up for nobody but her damn self. Why would she think about why would she want to think about somebody other than herself? And understand that this was your firstborn child. You've always wanted to have children. You have been blessed with the opportunity of giving birth to a beautiful baby girl. But Letitia never thought about that. No, she wanted to know what else was going on in your life. And while you were going through a very tough time after giving birth, she didn't care about that. No. She did not overlook that your issues will be something y'all can move forward from, but I want to make sure you good, because I understand that giving birth is something challenging, and you being a first-time mother, I can understand. I'm here for you. Why would Letitia do that? Letitia's not that type of person. She will not be. She'll know how to give sympathy, give empathy for anybody other than herself. Good night and goodbye. Don't expect anything human out of Letitia, because she will not. She does not show up as genuine and authentic as she wants to project everybody else don't do. Good night and goodbye. And I'm wondering, why didn't we see Tamra's dynamics throughout this season? Why didn't we see more of her talking about her postpartum? Why? That would have been something great for us to have a conversation. And Carlos wants to not plead, but pretty much strong arm Tamra into not giving up on what this can be, what this collective could be good for her. Still fight it through. But I don't know. Can Tamra be on her way out too? Because Tamra not going to let y'all in her life. Not now that she has her own child. She really... So it ended with Antoinette, Dr. Antoinette Lyles. She shows up. She looks fabulous. I love her dress. I loved her ponytail, but I don't know. Her makeup was good, but maybe it was a bit too harsh. Maybe it was a dramatic eyeliner look, or it was the contour. It was something that was very dramatic that maybe looked too harsh on Antoinette. Other than that, she looked good. And she needed to clear up the claim that Letitia had on Antoinette from season 1 of her flirting with Glenn. She said because it wasn't true. Like, have you seen the way Glenn looks? Who would want to flirt with him? Have you seen him? Child, I holler. When she said, have you seen him? Who want to flirt with that? We all know Glendale is only for Letitia, Letitia only, even though she's willing to turn a blind eye whenever Glenn might be in the comments with other women. Anyway, and first of all, your man don't even have a job, so nobody wants him at all. And it's crazy that Letitia won't let Antoinette talk. She didn't let her say not a word, okay? She was just talking over her. And she said, girl, baby, you be begging. I don't beg for nobody. I have never asked anybody to help me out with nothing. Girl, you still trying to figure out what you want to be when you want to grow up. You have an enterprise. Baby, when she did the whole jazz hands enterprise, I said, come on, Antoinette. Come on with the read, man. Because what do the enterprise mean, Letitia? What do you do? I hear you a bail bondsman. You act as if you're the queen of brunches, but not really. You made a pamphlet. You're now making plays. Girl, what do you do? What are you known for? Like, for Antoinette, she is a whole dentist. She has a dental license, ma'am. She built her own practice. What do you have? You are worthy plates? I don't understand. You have an empty office with ficus plants. What is the enterprise for? I don't get it. And then I stand with Antoinette's perception of Letitia. She said from the time that she approached that improv class about the reason why the collective won't be what it is because of Letitia Pearson, she reiterated it and added more because Letitia will pretend to be your friend behind closed doors. But when the cameras are on, she'll take every opportunity to dig and dig and dig. And then when everything blows up, she'll be like, what happened? What's going on? I have been calling out how Letitia acts blonde like the blonde wigs that she wears when she doesn't recognize the shit she do, the mess she starts, and then when everything blows up, she be like, what happened? I didn't think it was this big of an issue. It's all cap and bullshit to me. It really is. Letitia has never been about sisterhood. She's never been about unity. She's about mess. She's about tearing other women down because she does not feel fulfilled in where she's at in her life. And now she did feel some type of way about Antoinette calling out her traits. She had to adjust herself. And when you call out Letitia, she thinks she can hit you where it hurts when she wanted to say Antoinette needs to get a man. Girl, in the year of now 2025, I'm gonna need for women to not use get a man as a read. That's not a read for me. That's a lame read. That's a doesn't land read. Because it appears to me that you, Letitia, feels like you're not a woman unless you have a man. You're not a woman that's respected, that's understood, unless you have a man. That's how you and Latrice operates. Y'all don't know how to stand on your own 2 feet because y'all apply how y'all move around due to a male's perspective. Y'all believe that when a man thinks of you a certain way, that's all you need to focus on, how a man looks at you, not how you look at you, not how you can give yourself the uplift, the support that you don't need a man for. No, that don't, no, wow, no. Your whole identity is based off of you having a man. And you think that you throwing jabs at Antoinette, that's something she gonna be mad about? Oh my God, I don't have a man. Oh my God. Bitch, bye. Antoinette built her whole dental practice without any help from anybody. No man in sight. Hell, she was divorced and built a whole practice by herself. You think she's having a hard time getting a man? Bitch, please. She can get a man with her eyes closed. It's you who might have some trouble. Get out of here and goodbye. And you might have been keeping tabs on her because you want to say, you here because you need a check. Because dental's no longer there. Now, I looked online. I saw that it was closed, but it was holiday hours. But then I also heard from Giving You the Real Tea. Apparently, she might have sold her practice. Hell, she might have sold her practice to a franchiser who might give her money to build multiple practices because she has a dental license. She ain't broke. She can work anywhere. She can build another practice. She can work at a dental office. You want to make it seem like she's out here destitute and broke? Bitch, she ain't broke. She has the ability to make money anywhere. You, my dear, might be stuck at your enterprise. Tisha, you need this shit. You need this check. And again, I don't feel like people telling another person you need a check as a read when you're all here for a fucking check. You included, because your husband don't have a damn job. And he might not even put forth on this damn trucking company. You might just be the only one doing all the work. And he ain't gonna do shit about it. Girl, Letitia, good night and goodbye. Good night and goodbye. But that's all it ended from there. I don't know if Antoinette's going to have more time on the couch because I feel like it might segue into the husbands because we're going to get into the dynamics of what led to the fight. It's going to annoy me that Latrice, Letitia, Cliff, and Glenn are not going to hold themselves accountable as to what led to the fight. It's going to be pissing me off that they're not going to hold themselves accountable as if we did not see for our own 2 eyes of how the fight started. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.